Rappers and music producers. It's Curtis King at CurtisKingBeats.com, and today what I want to focus in on is a number that is more important than just vanity statistics. What are vanity statistics? I can't even say it. What are vanity statistics? Likes, views, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, all blah, 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 blah. This metric is a lot more important, and let me tell you why. Let's talk about it. Rappers and music producers, so many of us focus on how many views our particular content is getting, right? So many of us focus on how many subscribers our YouTube has. So many of us focus on how many people are actually giving us eyes to what we're doing. But in all actuality, when you're talking about companies that want to sponsor you, and I'm speaking from experience, but when you're talking about companies that want to sponsor you, when you're talking about people that want to work with you, right? People who see the potential in you, people who want to invest in your business. But the most important metric that you can present to them is the buying numbers of your particular group, tribe, fans, following, whatever you want to call it. What do I mean by the buying metrics? So the buying metrics are a lot different than the vanity metric. The vanity metrics make you look good, right? It looks good to have a gazillion followers on Twitter, right? It looks good to have a gazillion subscribers on YouTube. But let me let you know this. Let's burst this bubble. Boop. If you have 1,000 people that are not willing to pay for $1, not even put $1 towards your campaign, towards your business, that person is a lot less valuable than somebody who has 10 people willing to put in $100 each. Why? Because those 10 people account for $1,000. They're willing to put $100 each. It's $1,000. If you have 1,000 fans that are not willing to pay $1 for what you're doing, you're obviously gonna fall below $1,000. So that being said, let me give you another example. I had this example actually presented to me when in the scope of thinking of YouTube, right? Because at the time I went down to the YouTube headquarters and I spoke with somebody who I was like, look, this is so inspirational to be here. It's so great to see like the way the YouTube works and everything behind the scenes and to see what I would have access to once I get access to the YouTube studios. And they were like, yeah, cut it. And I was like, what you mean? They were like, chill. Let me let you know the real deal on this. The most valuable content creators here in YouTube are not the ones with a gazillion subscribers. And I said, what do you mean? Like, those are the ones that have the most engagement and the biggest following. He says, true, but those are not the ones that have the biggest sponsors. They don't have the most sponsors. So he gave me two examples. He said, imagine you're a 17, 18-year-old kid that does this video that basically is a cover song of a popular song. So you know, Ariana Grande song. And you do a cover of that. It gets 2 million views, right? All that stuff is crazy. Oh, 2 million views of this 3-minute video. He said, would you know that video is a lot less valuable than somebody else who has significantly less subscribers, but their audience, the buying power, the buying metrics of their audience is actually stronger than the one that is doing the cover song, right? So if you're 17, 18-year-old and you're doing cover songs of an Ariana Grande song, that probably means that your demographic is between 10 and 16, 17 years old, right? And they're watching your videos, they're putting hearts eyes, ooh, and they're putting comments up into your video, and it looks great, right? You got 12 million, 14 million views, but these are not buying consumers. These are consuming consumers. They consume content. They're not buying anything. However, if you have a channel like, for instance, Pensado's Place, if you have a channel in which his demographic is not afraid of spending $10,000. Pensado's an engineer and he has a channel which it doesn't have a gazillion subscribers like somebody doing cover songs, but it has a healthy amount. And beyond just the vanity metric of that, it has a valuable audience that has buying power. Their buying metrics are a lot more important to sponsors. And if you look at his videos, the first 10 seconds of a lot of his videos have like a gazillion sponsors. Why is that, right? You would think that the person getting all this viewership would be more important. Well, there's a few different things you got to pay attention to specifically with YouTube, is that with YouTube, it is a lot more valuable to them to see a 10-minute video than to see a 3-minute video. Why is that? Watch time. Watch time is an important metric because if you get someone sitting down at a video for 10 minutes, 2 ads go up. If you get them sitting down there for 5 minutes, 1 ad goes up. So the person doing a cover song gets 12 million views. It's not to say that they're not making any money at all, but their audience's buying power is not as valuable as this other content creator who has his audience that is willing to pay $10,000 for gear, for software, for anything that Pensado says, look, you need to get your hands on this because this is what all music engineers who take themselves serious, they have this mixing board that is $12,000, $14,000. And as he's talking about this, guess what happens? Bloop, pop-ups come up. Pop-ups that basically talk about the same thing he just described, the type of microphone, the type of SSL board, all this stuff he's talking about, they pop up. He's more valuable to YouTube than the person, the 16, 17-year-old doing cover songs and getting millions and millions of more views. Doesn't matter. And his videos are longer, so you're getting constant ads that are popping up. So that being said, for those of you that are chasing vanity statistics, realize a more valuable metric, especially in the eyes of the people that are going to invest into you, that are going to sponsor you, is the buying power of your audience. So stop looking at the amount of people that you have and start looking at the quality of the amount that you currently see in front of you. The quality of the people that are already there. Are they willing to invest more than $1 into what you're doing? Who cares if you only got 20 people rocking with you? If those 20 people that are rocking with you are willing to invest just $100, it's $2,000. Something to think about as you're moving forward and you're thinking about, oh man, I gotta get my numbers up. No, you have to make sure that the content that you're creating is of a certain ilk, of a certain quality that is going to attract these people with this buying power. That buying metric is something you should be paying more attention to. And in conclusion, if you have 10 people that are willing to put $100 behind what it is that you're doing, not 10,000, you are more valuable than somebody that has 1,000 people following that is not willing to put one dime behind what they have going on. In this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. It's Curtis King, the leading voice of the online rapper and music producer community. Don't at me. Peace. Please subscribe to the channel below. Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com.